Letter to Hermione by David Bowie. In 1968, David Bowie fell in love with a woman by the name of Hermione Farthingale. The relationship didn't last very long, maybe a year or so. After a year, she left him to go to Norway to make a movie called The Song of Norway. And after that, they had very little contact. The relationship, though, clearly made a deep impression upon David Bowie, and he probably never quite got over his first love. On his self-titled album in 1969, he recorded a song called Letter to Hermione, which he said was what he would have liked to have said to her. The album came out again in 1972, retitled Space Oddity. So, without further ado, let's listen to David Bowie's Letter to Hermione.
The hand that wrote this letter sweeps the pillow clean. So rest your head and read a treasured dream. I care for no one else but you. I tear my soul to cease the pain. I think maybe you feel the same. What can we do? I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do. So I've been writing just for you. They say your life is going very well. They say you sparkle like a different girl. But something tells me that you hide. When all the world is warm and tired, you cry a little in.
Notice how at this point in the song David Bowie's voice goes very croaky. Now, clearly they could have re-recorded that if they wanted to, but they didn't. They left it the way it is. And that makes me wonder whether this is not, in fact, a live studio recording and maybe even the first take. It's also worth pointing out that this is basically just David Bowie singing to probably a 12-string acoustic guitar.
They say your life is going very well. They say you sparkle like a different girl. But something tells me that you hide. When all the world is warm and tired, you cry a little in the dark. Well, so do I. I'm not quite sure what you're supposed to say, but I can see it's not okay. He makes you laugh, he brings you out in style. He treats you well and makes you up real fine. And when he's strong for you. And when you kiss, it's something new. But did you ever call my name just by mistake? I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do. So I'll just write some love to you.
Although they didn't see each other for a long time, eventually Hermione and David did secretly meet again for the first time in about 3 decades during the late 1990s, when he discovered that she'd attended his concert in Manchester and he invited her backstage to reminisce. Even several years later, it's clear that his special feeling for Hermione did not go away. In his film clip for the single Where Are We Now, which came out in 2013, He had made up a special shirt, a t-shirt, with Song of Norway written across the front. Clearly, he never quite got Hermione out of his head, and he left this little Easter egg for her and for us, his fans. It's quite a touching story, I think, and I hope you enjoyed my sharing it with you today.